Hey, so this is my 15-year review. I know, it's extra, it's a lot, but I've been working out for 15 years, and this is my 15-year review on working at home, so aka home gym versus in-person gym. So there's pros and cons to both, okay? There's pros and there's cons, so I'm going to get all into it. And as somebody who's actually lost weight themselves and maintained it for 15 years and counting, I've actually been in my client's shoes. So I know the pros and I know the cons of each from the perspective of not somebody who's just been forever fit, but from somebody who's actually at one point had to change their lifestyle permanently and keep it going. So it is very different than the trainers who have just always been in shape and then they decided, got a hair up their ass and decided, hey, I'm going to teach people how to lose weight or whatever. Not knocking it, not like it's wrong, but it is a very different perspective. And there are things that actually going through it and being in those shoes teaches you that you cannot learn in a certification or textbook. I would know because I have a shitload of degrees and certifications, like way too fucking many. Another conversation for another day. But anywho, so I know from that perspective of somebody who's actually been through like nutrition education, fitness education, biology education. I changed my life like a decade before any of that. It is a very different perspective. So just keep that in mind, that I'm not just somebody who's always been in shape or la da da and got a hair at my ass and decided I wanted to teach people how to lose weight. When I was actually changing my lifestyle, I was 14 years old. So I didn't have a driver's license, number one. And number two, I wasn't going to ask my parents to take me to go. So I was very self-motivated. I've always been like that. I've always been very, very hyper independent. I will find a way. I will fucking like explode the door down to get to the other side. I don't give a shit. I will do what it takes. So that's the mindset that I was in. I was sick of my shit. I was sick of suffering with it. And I took the reins entirely by myself. It was not initiated by a doctor or my parents or anybody. And honestly, that is the best way to go, is when you are self-motivated and self-disciplined. Because when you're doing it for yourself, you're not doing it because Joe Schmo in your life said to do it. So I had to work out at home, and I had to get really, really nifty on how I was working out at home. So I was an intern full-time. Weird, yes, I know, I was 14, but I was on my second year of interning in veterinary medicine and surgery. It was a non-paid position. Yes, I'm very, very thankful that my mom would take me and drop me off and stuff like that. But again, I was actively choosing a 40-hour work week in the summer instead of doing dipshit kid stuff. So it was a very different choice that I made than most people. And I will be forever grateful I had that opportunity. But I was still very independent. I didn't want to ask them, hey, can you take me? I actually think I was too young at the time in 2008 to actually go to an in-person gym. I'm pretty sure the age limit back then, or the age minimum, was like 16 with an adult or something like that. So it wasn't going to work. So I had a unique situation. I had to just work out at home. I was finding like old workout tapes that my mom had bought like years before, like very old VHSs and shit that had like half an inch or an inch of dust on them. This was the old school YouTube before a whole bunch of influencers and people like that and business owners started really annihilating YouTube with workouts and stuff like that. I really had to scour the internet to find shit. Anytime we would go to a store, because like I was a minor, I was not allowed to stay at home, so I was going with my mom everywhere to run errands, and I would take that time to go into like the magazine sections and really go through something, or even buy something if I had like a gift card or something like that to educate myself on workouts and stuff like that. And then when it would come time for like a birthday, Christmas, people, family, friends would ask me, hey, what do you want? Workout gear, workout tapes. This was back in the day before streaming, so it was VHSs, DVDs, that's what you got. So there was no apps. There were no apps back then. Smartphones were very, very new, and I was a teenager. I did not have a fucking smartphone. So I had one that did basic texting and basic calls, and I think it took photos. I think. I'm not sure on that one. Don't quote me. It was literally one of the ones where you had to press the button 3 times to get to the letter. Like, it had 3 letters to a button. So, that's telling you how old I am. But I had to get very nifty with it. And in today's world, it's very different if you're embarking on a weight loss journey, mission, whatever you want to call it. I think journey just sounds a little bit too fa-la-la for me. I like to say mission. I come from a half military family, so that's just how my brain works. But you have options, is what I'm trying to say. None of my clients have been under the age of 18. They've all been at least 25. Because there is a certain price point to work with me. Not saying people under 25 couldn't afford to work with me, but usually, like, because I am a millennial, people who are in their mid to late 20s and 30s, even early 40s, I've had a couple of clients in their very early 40s. They tend to work with me more than people who are like Gen Z or even elder Gen X or boomers. So, that's just who my most of my ideal market is. So there's that. But you got options. You don't have to work out at home if you don't want to, but I will tell you this, it saves you a shit ton of time, and here's why. So if you have the finances, because I have different people and different budgets and price ranges in my social media. I have people who work a day job who barely get by, and then I have people on my social media who are literally like multi-millionaires. I'm not even kidding. You could go through them and find them for yourselves if you want, but I like to brag on some people on my social media because they're multi-millionaires. Bro, kudos to you. I think it's amazing, and I'm well on my way to that. So, anywho, if you have the budget to make a home gym, and this space, because you need the space, obviously if you're in an apartment, this is going to be a huge pain in the ass, unless if you're in something like a 2 or 3 bedroom, and you live alone and you don't got kids. If you have all those things, and you're in an apartment or a townhouse, it's going to get crowded, and it's probably going to be more of a pain in the ass than it's worth, and you're probably better off going to a gym that's already got everything that you want. Everything your heart could fucking desire is there, and you just have to pay the fee and go. But if you are kind of out in an area where you're gonna have to drive, or you know the best time of day for you to go is when the gym is really busy, and then, you know, equipment's going to be ate up, and I will tell you, as somebody who's gone to a gym since 2013, it's hell. If you go at a certain time of day, and I've worked in numerous professional industries in my 20s, I've been very thankful to have that experience, but I will tell you, going there after work fucking sucks. Like, it sucks ass. Like, it's just bad. And unless if you have another time of day where you know you can get it in and you're going to be consistent, then do it. But if not, then if you got to go at like that 5 to 6 or 7 p.m. witching hour, I will tell you, you better have like some sort of like explicit rap playlist ready, because I will tell you, it will test every patient bone in your body to go there at that witching hour time. I do my damnedest as a business owner now to not go at that time, but sometimes shit happens. People like to die on me sometimes. You know, my family making a joke. I've had 2 funerals in 60 days. I gotta make some sort of dark humor joke about it. But shit can happen, and then you gotta go at the time, and then it's like, and you just get over it and you just do it. But I will tell you that when I get into a house, because I've lived in apartments since college, when I have my house built, bought, what have you, I will be having a home gym 1,000,000%, because I will tell you, I am so sick and tired of waiting for stuff being taken up, and then you gotta drive there and stuff. Like, I am in the mindset right now, knowing what I know now, when I have this space, I will be having a home gym. and I will be not going to a regular gym again. Like, because it just saves so much time. Not just like you can just literally go downstairs or upstairs and work out, or into your garage. I mean, if there's equipment taken up and you have your plan in your head, I'm very type A. I always have a plan. I do not like not having a plan. When you have the plan in your head and then there's people on that equipment, it fucks up everything, and then you have to like work in reverse, right? And sometimes you gotta like take stuff up here and move it down here, and take stuff here and put it like here. When you get more advanced into your workout routines, you'll know what exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But for now, just adhere, like, listen to what I'm telling you. Okay? It gets to be frustrating. And it's a very small, relatively small complaint when, like, you're going into a facility and they have every piece of equipment you could ever fucking want. You pay like $30 a month or whatever the fuck it is, $10 a month. If you want to go to the ones where they have the alarm alarms and shit, I think that's fucking annoying as hell. I do not like that. So I pay extra to go to a gym that does not do that, because I've maxed out equipment, and I will tell you, if I had somebody coming up to me as a woman maxing out a piece of equipment at any point in time with a little like alarm, like, I swear to God, like, you know, those Three Stooges type skits, they would take two cymbals and on the either side of their head. But here's the pro to the in-person gym, besides having all the equipment under the sun that you could ever want, as long as it's available and you go at a time where it's not super fucking psychotic, is that if you are into like workout classes in person, if that is better for you, if you have like a workout buddy you like to work out with, I mean, obviously it is easier to do this at a big gym than at your house. It gets weird if it's at your house. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, unless if y'all already dating or what, I none of my business, not my circus, not my monkeys. But I will say it's easier to do that at a big box gym. It's not weird. It's like, you know, you're going there to work out. It's not creepy. It's not like stalkerish weird. It's just like, you know, you're just going to the gym to work out, whatever. If you're really a social person, in-person gyms are better because you have like that sense of community. Me, I would rather drive 2 steak knives through my eyes and have a workout buddy. I've never had a workout buddy. If you told me 15 years ago, Ashley, you have to have a workout buddy, I would have gotten so fat I would be dead. Like, I would not even be around anymore. That's the track that I was on. And workout buddies are not my thing. I just, like, I deal with people all day long. Social media, business owner, nonprofit owner. When I had like day jobs and stuff like that. When I was working like that. And before I started my businesses. Like, when I get to the gym, I just want to put my earbuds in and blast my music and work out and not be disturbed at all. Like, like, that's another perk of the home gym. I can just put my music on a stereo on full blast and just go through my workout and be not disturbed by any living soul. Like, if you go to my gym and you know me, they know I always have the resting bitch face. I don't, you know, whatever. Because I'm just focused. I'm just trying to get my shit done. I'm not there for social hour. I'm not there for dating hour. I'm there to get shit out, to get stress out, to get my workout done. Because it's a daily routine for me that I do ever since 2008. So it's a promise to myself I made that, hey, I'm going to do this like I brush my teeth every day. I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to go motherfucking do it. And I've done it. I've done the damn thing, and I'm damn proud of myself for it. Even if you're not, I don't care. And I like having my zone. So if you are like that, a home gym, 1,000,000% do a home gym. As long as you got the space and the finances for it, especially emphasis on the space. Because I'm going to get into it in a minute, but you need to have enough shit to really be able to push your limits, and I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But if you like to be in your zone and the thought of a workout buddy like makes you want to drive steak knives through your eyes, then a home gym is for you. Okay? If you're a little bit like a Wednesday Addams like me, then yeah, you want the home gym, definitely. Because if you go to a gym that I go to, you know, your ass, I gotta see flames. I gotta see flames coming from your body before I will stop and talk to you beyond a very quick, are you using this? Yes, no, nope, great, using it. If you're not using it, I'm getting on a piece of equipment. If you're using it, I'm getting out of there and finding some shit else to do. But I gotta see flames coming from your body before I will stop and it's my time for myself, and hell will freeze over before I allow that to turn into my social hour. Hell will freeze over before I will allow my workout time to be for other people besides me. This is my time to myself, and that's it. Capiche, capiche. So if you are like that, a home gym is for you. It's a little bit extreme, but there are people, men and women out there that I've met that are like me, and they get in the zone, and they need to be in the zone, and that's what they need to do. They don't want else, want your little gnats, bzzz, smack. I don't like that. It's annoying. But if you like groups, if you like to work out with a buddy, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's wrong for me. It's very wrong for me. And I know that about myself, and I'm unapologetic about it, but if it's not wrong for you, okay? Because this is what's getting into the what works for you territory. This is the what works for you territory. So if you know that about yourself, you got to have a workout buddy. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, wait, if that's you, okay? Gym, because I tell you, you will find people. You ain't got somebody? You go in there. You go in there. It's like a duck call that you do. I'm just kidding. Don't really do it. But it's like you go into a gym and you find people. You find workout buddy. There's people everywhere up in there for workout buddy. You just gotta like look like sometimes you don't know what you're doing, or like you gotta go up to people. You just do like, you know, little Madagascar penguin waves. You know, little private little penguin. Again, I'm showing my age, but you know, if you know Madagascar, the movie, the little penguins, the little wave that little private does, then like you know what I'm talking about. You do a little wave, you'll be like, I went for a workout buddy. You got a little sign on you that says, I went for a workout buddy. You'll find a workout buddy, okay? You go at the busy witching hour, you'll find a workout buddy. I'm serious. But that's that. So that's the difference between it, like personality-wise, and what works best for you to actually get shit done. So let's get into the equipment standpoint, because this is important. This is what I didn't have in my first home gym, and that was equipment that allowed me to keep pushing my limit. So I lost weight, right? And then I was a runner and a cyclist and stuff like that. And then I went to college. And here was the point that I was at. I needed more weight than like 15-pound dumbbells. I needed more plates. I needed like weighted plates. I needed equipment that was like barbells and cables and stuff like that. I didn't have that at my first home gym. I had like a bench that was adjustable. I had dumbbells, and then I got a smancy pair one year, like the adjustable dumbbells that are really fucking cool, by the way, but they broke because I had them for eons and eons, and they were old, but they only went up to, I think, like 42.5 pounds per dumbbell. So I mean, you can do the math eventually, like I outgrew them. It just wasn't working anymore for me. I got sick of running, killed my knees. I got sick of cycling, like really fucking sick of it. I didn't like the physique. I didn't like it. I felt like I was too thin. And I knew I was shifting into lifting, going into like second, third year of undergrad. I was sick of feeling like a hamster on a hamster wheel when I went to work out. So I stopped doing like home workouts only, and I started going to my college's gym. For what it's worth, for free access to it, it was a solid gym. I mean, it was not the biggest thing in the world, but it was pretty epic. I mean, it was solid. It had a lot of fucking shit in there. And if you went there, I mean, I would always go like 6:30 in the morning. So it would honestly be like pretty empty, unless if they were doing sports teams there, like training, like the soccer team, or no, football team had their own gym. Well, maybe soccer. Who else would be in there? ROTC would sometimes be in there. Baseball, no, I'm pretty sure they had their own gym. I think really those were the only two. Maybe track and field would be in there sometimes, but you would usually be running outside, like around the campus or whatever, down off those two like side roads there. But I mean, if they weren't training inside that day, you pretty much had it clear us wide open. If you went kind of during the middle of the day, it'd be kind of busy, or like afternoon, you know, like after most people got our classes, it'd be busy. But I mean, like honestly, when I would go there, it was pretty epic. It was epic. I'm not gonna lie. It was epic. I loved it. But then I had to figure out, okay, what am I going to do in the summer? What am I going to do in the summer when it's closed, or like breaks when it's closed? Just like college students would be in there working, like running the front desk and shit and keeping it open. So summer break, I'm pretty sure it would be closed. I think it'd be open sometimes, but like winter break closed, shit like that. So I had to figure something else out. So I went to the local gym, got a membership in like 2016, been there ever since. Bounced back and forth, I think, between a couple of different locations, but I mean, it's like 5 times the size of my college's gym with 5 times the amount of equipment. It's not that much money a month, so I was like, you know, apples and oranges here. You know, I was like, I was like, I'm either gonna buy all this shit and put it in like the garage or whatever. And then when I graduated, I've always been in apartments, so then like you cannot be putting a shitload of equipment in there. Like you ain't gonna have a place to sleep. So that's the equipment side of it. So like if you're at the point where you need to really push your limit, which arguably nobody who comes to work with me is at that point yet. They're all in that beginner-ish phase where they need the basics and the foundation and everything. And you can get by for a little while with a home gym that's very basic, like my first one, with like bands and dumbbells and a bench and like a couple medicine balls or a couple kettlebells or something like that. You can do a lot with that. I'm not saying you can't. But when you start outgrowing those things and you start outgrowing the weight, sometimes it happens faster for some people than others. You need more access to more equipment. So that either is going to come from you spending more money to have a better home gym, with the trade-off being you get access to everything whenever you want. You don't got to wait for people. You don't got to drive there. You don't got to deal with the masses of humanity. That's the trade-off to having the investment of the home gym. That is the trade-off, which is, in my opinion, a very worthwhile trade-off. That's just my humble opinion, though. But the trade-off with the gym is that you get access to everything right away. You don't got to wait for it to ship. It's all there. You can just go and get shit done. But the trade-off there being, for that relatively low monthly membership price, I mean, you gotta deal with the masses of humanity. You gotta deal with people. And it's like, if you deal with people all day long, sometimes that can drive you crazy. Like, sometimes it drives me crazy. But honestly, then that's when you gotta look at the better times to go. And it varies gym to gym, but I will say this consistently. From what I have heard and seen in my experience, the witching hours of between 5 and 7 p.m. Monday to Thursday at gyms is the witching crazy hour. I'm just gonna say it. And then also Saturdays between like 9 and 12 even. Saturdays, it can get kind of crazy. So as long as you don't go in those times, if masses of humanity irk you, and like get under your skin, and then you gotta wait, and then you gotta, like I said, then you gotta like mentally switcheroo around shit, like moves and everything. It just, I cannot wait for my home gym. But anyway, that's beside the point. So it's honestly, there's no one right or wrong. Like, there's no definite right. There's no definite wrong. It depends on what you need and what you want. because that's the whole point. Is to make you be successful with working out. So if there's one that you don't like, then there's the alternative. It's that simple. You don't want to deal with the masses of humanity, you get a home gym. You don't want to wait for equipment to show up, or you don't got the space, or even if you're the person that don't have the budget for it, you just go to a regular gym. Alright? It's really that damn simple. So, I will put a little plug in here. Now, if you see this video past June 13th, I'm sorry. But I still have my stores 24/7, 365 days a year. So, just keep that in the back of your head, because this is a little plug for my 13 days of Halloween and June offer event. So, if you are the person that is wanting and needing a home gym, like whether it's a simple one or an extra one, or you want like a whole iron paradise, okay? Wait, there's levels to this. Then I have a fitness equipment store called October 13th Fitness Supply. And you can get anything that you want in there. There's cardio equipment, there's weights, there's extra things like kettlebells, medicine balls, stuff, shit like that. I mean, there you can do as much with it or as little with it as you want. I get cable machines and shit like that in there. If you're really looking to amp shit up, and squat racks and everything, benches, with the barbells and shit like that, weighted plates, everything from that to like folding treadmills, things like that. So you can really do a lot with it. And I have a 13-day offer event going on right now. So there's different deals of the day. So the one that I have right now is if you join my signature weight loss program, the Diet Killer Plan, which is the murder mystery approach to weight loss. So it is hugely gamified, and it's beyond cool, but it shows you step by step. It's literally step by step everything you need to do to solve your root cause, so we can actually get to the bottom of what's really going on. And then you build your game plan from the ground up without starving, without skipping meals, without paying for plastic surgery. It's literally the total solution that you've been looking for, okay? So if you join that, paid in full, then you get a $100 gift card today to my fitness equipment store, October 13th Fitness Supply. So that way you can have this best chance of being successful if you are the person after watching this who wants the home gym. If you don't, then I mean, we also have fitness clothing there too. That's like spooky season themed. Nothing licensed, because I'm not playing that game with legal shit. But it's all stuff that I've come up with, designs that I've made. So it's really, really unique. It is definitely for the right person. I have several of the tank tops and a couple of sports bras myself, and I really love them. I've been wearing them for a few weeks now, and I don't have any complaints. I really think they're comfy, and it's unique. And then also 3% of all purchases goes towards a bat conservation in the state that I live in. Bats as in the little critters, not like baseball bats. Because it goes with the theme, and they're cute and they're cool. And I did my junior year thesis in undergrad on rabies and bats in South America. So I've always loved the critters, and then perfect match for the store and everything. When you see the branding, if you go on the website, you'll know what I mean. Match perfect. So that's the deal for today. But there are 12 other deals that I have for different offers that I have, different bundles of shit that I've done, like recipe books and crap like that. I mean, it's not crap, it's really fucking helpful actually for a lot of people. But there's just different offers that I have that I've never done this shit before. And I know you'll hear business owners saying this. I've actually never done this shit before. I had to go in and make all the graphics from scratch and all the offers and all the bundles and mess. Like, I've never done this type of like offer event ever. The entire 3.5 years they've been in business for my coaching business. The fitness equipment one's about 2 months old, so it's newer. But honestly, it is really fucking helpful if you have struggled to lose weight, you've struggled to transition to a healthier lifestyle, and you need help. Like that's the whole point of this offer event for 13 days, is so you can find what you need. Do you need help in one specific area or the whole enchilada? Okay, because there's something for people who are struggling at different points in their weight loss. And that what's different for a lot of different people, even people who are like my age-old client who've worked with me in the past. So there is something for you if you have struggled with it, whether you got a bigger budget or a smaller budget, there's something for you in this 13-day offer event. So I have gone over what the day one is. You can also go on my static feed on social media and see it too. But if you want to know what these other offers are going to be and you want access to them for all 13 days so you can take the time to really go through them and maybe even hop on a decision call with me so you pick the one that's best for you, and that way you get the right help that you need and there's no guessing, even though I've laid it out as clearly as I can, then you want to join my email list. You'll get access to all of them today. You don't have to wait for them to show up on a daily basis. And you also get access to purchase them for all 13 days instead of it going away after 24 hours like it will for my social media peeps. But after midnight Eastern time on June 13th, they all go away. Like, that's the end of the event. So you do have to make a decision by then on what you want and what you need. So I highly suggest, if you're struggling with weight loss or struggling to eat healthy, you've just got a lot of obstacles that you're going through. Maybe you've tried a few other things in the past and it never worked out. This is your neon fucking sign that you need to take the right action. You need to take the right steps, and that does look slightly different for every person. So if you are like, oh my God, I need to do something, I need to stop doing shit that's not working, I need to actually get help, then you can DM me your best email address. I will put you on my email list. That email went out 6 o'clock Eastern time this morning with all the deals, but I will add you and I will manually send that email to you today, so that way you have access to all of the offers for the entire 13-day event, and you got that amount of time to make the decision, hop on a call with me, and really, really get the right help for your weight loss so you can win your weight loss this summer. And I can be bragging about you like next year, 2 years from now. I have clients, my very first clients I worked with, I mean, they're on year 3 of success. So kudos to them, and it is fucking possible for your ass. And if you're watching this after June 13th, then I'm sorry you missed the event, but I did my best to tell people it was going on. But of course, I still have my signature program, the Diet Cure Plan, available, and also my October 13th fitness supply store with the equipment and the clothing. You can check that out in my link in bio. So I'm actually motherfucker Corf. I'm a catch you later.